Hi guys, welcome to your, if I can get this, May 2022. This is going to be their confession. Sorry for the banging, for the beautiful sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, everything that you need is below in the description box for you in your collective. Let's go ahead and get started. Everything Capricorn that you need regarding how we're purchasing any of the extensions also is below. But first and foremost, you made it into the top 3 yet again. And I'm actually spinning. I promise some of you guys think that that's like, Marv, no, you just, you favor the Capricorns. Pause. Now, yes, I do like Capricorn because I have it in my chart. But I promise you, I go in and enter all of those names in, and just whatever it pops out, that's what it is. And like I told you guys, it's an effort to have everybody to have a shot at being extended. Okay, some people want their videos extended. If you are a YouTube member, obviously there we have certain safe signs. We're going to talk about that as far as memberships are concerned in another video. So first of all, let's drop it for Cap. All right, Capricorn, we are going to go in with the introspection oracle and kind of get a theme, okay, that can give us a guide into their confessions and what they're confessing, the dark soul confessions for April, May 2022. If you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams? Hello, members. Hi, members. And we have, woo, would you take it back if you could? Or what would you take back if you could? Let me act like I know how to read today. Capricorns, what would you take back if you could? Your person wants to know. And interestingly enough, with this card, it's feeling like there's something that they're definitely saying that you've done. You've done this, Capricorn. So would you take it back if you could? Obviously, this introspection is all about what may be going on internally, and maybe this was a question they posed to you. Maybe this was a question that you posed to them. But either way, that is a good starting point. What would you take back if you could? The introspection oracle is by Miss Erica Aaron. She is a long-term an avid subscriber of the channel. She is a member of the Marvelous Tribe, and she created the beautiful deck. I want to show you the back of it. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I love that. So this is her creation. Shout out to you, Miss Erica, if you are watching this. I love this gift, and I apologize that it has taken me so long to use it. I love it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Capricorn, you are number 3, so you will be extended for a purchase, okay? If you are a member, obviously, you will get the extension for free, and something wants to reveal itself to us. And I just passed it. It has flipped over in the deck, and that's what we are starting with. And it is, I don't know how to make you feel better. I had an unloving mother growing up. Well, damn, are we starting out with a bang or what? Okay, well, this is something that maybe they're going through right now, Capricorn. They are starting to really understand how childhood neglect or any of those childhood scars are wreaking havoc and coming back, manifesting itself and rearing its ugly head into their day-to-day relationships and their day-to-day interactions, obviously wreaking havoc on their romantic exchanges. So I don't know how to make you feel better. They were neglected. They don't know how to make you feel better because that was a skill that they never picked up. What would you take back if you could? That's feeling like to me that they would definitely take some things back, Capricorn, that fail, that they have done because they did not know any better. It seems like up until this point, Capricorn, especially, I don't know what this card is that failed, but I am taking it. I'm feeling a lot of energy around them starting to come into a new understanding as to how they're some of the things that you have been pointing out to them, how they're starting to come into a new awareness as to their in relation to how they relate to other people, if that makes sense to you. So I am exhausted by this connection. It's time for me to disconnect for a while. You guys could obviously be in some type of separation. There was a lot, Capricorn, and I mean a lot of energy around behavior. Change this, change that. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. What you did. It was a lot of, and Capricorn, let me just say, when you give advice, I know this to be true. I speak from experience, especially in my craft. When I'm talking to my clients is one thing. When I'm talking to anybody else, either they feel like a client because they know what I do, or they feel that I am trying to be their dad. And so I just want to make you aware of something, tribe. If you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, when you give advice, and the person that I connected with also has Capricorn in his chart. He has Capricorn. He has an exalted Mars in Capricorn and is in the second house. So when it comes down to telling you how to do things and money related issues, he can do that, and he's already masculine. So my point is that this is an energy of telling you what to do, a very fathering. You feel like you're being scolded. Um, this is to the cross watcher, Capricorn. That is something about our collective energy that comes off this way. So this individual feels exhausted by something that you have pointed out for them to do. And then if it was something that they didn't do, you already disconnected. So they're exhausted because there's been a lot of going back and forth. That's what I'm feeling. What else do we have? I feel we shouldn't see each other for a while. I need time to recover. I'm starting to feel like you guys are in recovery mode right now. This is the second card that comes out that has supported this. I'm going to tell you something. Um, we'll see what the romantic intentions is, and we will also see what comes out in your extension, the extended extension, because the romantic intentions is extending it. But I do feel that this is true. I feel like, they're just getting on the bandwagon, because I know how you can be as a collective energy. And if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. You do approach certain things like a boardroom. Trust me, I know. And you know, it can come off uncaring, and that's not really how you want to come off. But, when you're not speaking to yourself, sometimes you can be unaware of, how you're coming off. So Capricorn, I'm feeling like they had to finally, accept. They could have been pushing and pushing and pushing. I'm already feeling, if one more card falls, I'm already feeling fire, a very impulsive type of energy that you're connecting with. And you are very structured and methodical, and this person kind of just jumps all the way out there. So you already know what I'm talking about. I'm feeling any of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is sticking out to me, though, is the connection with an Aries or a Sagittarius. Can I speak specifically? Because Leo is fixed. You're probably not going to be bothered with Leo that much. If you are, when I see Leos involved with Capricorn people, it's just amazing to me, because I know that these are completely different type of energies, and the Capricorn is probably going to be more annoyed. No offense to anybody that's Leo that's watching, but maybe you didn't know that about the connection. If you are in connection with the Leo, you're probably arguing. I feel like the breakup will be, or the separation will go quicker than it will with those other two fire signs. Okay, give me a second and let me get this card. Okay, what I didn't realize is that two fell out, so we're going to take both of them. The first one is your love is pure, but mine is superficial. I played on this. I really do think that this goes back to the leading energy here, which is, I don't know how to make you feel better. I had an unloving mother growing up. Yes, there is a certain level where this person kind of stops after surface. If you try to go beneath that, they're just plain flat out uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that it is that it is ultimate doom, but they don't know how to feel deeper than that. And I'm still picking up on fire. Okay. So I don't know how to make you feel better was the leading the leading energy. And then we also have your love is pure but mine is superficial. I played on this. I'm not going to necessarily say that they played on it, honestly. I mean, playing on it is playing on it, but how I am interpreting that and feeling, I'm just feeling like they've had to learn, Capricorn, how to survive. And the tricks that they picked up is just coping because they've probably lost a lot of individuals and they probably spend a lot of time alone because they feel like they're misunderstood. They feel like they're misunderstood because they are misunderstood, and chances are they don't even understand themselves. So that is what I am seeing with that particular card. The other one that fell in my box, I feel I've outgrown you, so we cannot make this work. Absolutely. This individual is angry, and they haven't grown. That's the problem. It feels very, very superficial, that as they already said, because how can you outgrow someone and you're acknowledging that your feelings don't go, like your feelings don't go below the surface. Your feelings are superficial. They don't go below the surface. They don't go past a certain surface level. So how could you honestly grow? You're not growing. They just don't want to do the work anymore, Capricorn. And it's work. And I know that a lot of the cross watchers, if you're dealing with a Cap, or have been dealing with any type of Capricorn energy after a while, yes, Saturn is involved. You're going to have to do some work. It's going to feel like work, sometimes, but most relationships are. And so this individual is confessing that basically I'm going to break up with you or lose or walk away from you before you can do it to me, because that is a very superficial, emotionally immature type of energy. Okay. What else do we have for Capricorn? They everything wants to fall. They want to come out, and they're coming out two at a time. Moving on has not worked. See, I cannot stop thinking about you. I told you. It's so funny they came out in two. So they're exhausted by the connection. It is time for me to disconnect from a while. Was the energy on top, and what's underneath that is that, moving on has not worked. Of course, moving on has not worked because they're moving on for the wrong reasons. A, and B, they're forcing themselves to move on because they don't want to actually have to do the work and go beyond what feels good. Every aspect of a relationship is not going to always be wine and roses, but you have a lot of superficial, people out there that thinks that, and this is why I feel like it's mutable energy now I'm still feeling fire, but it could be any of the mutable energies. Here we go again. We're talking about Pisces, we're talking about Gemini, we're talking about, Virgo, which, and I can't, I'm sorry if you guys are connecting with any Virgo. And of course, I am talking about who's left. What do we get? We got water, we got air, we got earth, and we have fire, which would be Sagittarius. And this is what I'm feeling. Okay. They just don't want to do the work. Anything that is going to require building and talking and sorting shit out, no. And that is superficial type of energy. But they can't move on from you at the same time. So I'm feeling that one. I act indifferently, but I am actually falling apart. It makes me feel safe. Exactly. So now the truth is coming out. And I feel we shouldn't see each other for a while. If they suggested that, it was either because you suggested it first, Capricorn, or they're upset because they didn't want to do the work. So they decided that they would walk away rather than choosing to fight for the connection or actually do the work that's necessary. You pointed out, based upon their circumstances, that there were some things that they were withholding, that pissed them off, and they jumped on the defensive. So now they're starting to warm up with some of your perspectives about their childhood. This person will tell you that they had a screwed up childhood, but yet when you try to psychoanalyze or try to help in any way, shape, or form, then they jump on the defensive. And when it's one of those things where I'm going to tell you what happened in my life, but then if you start to point out that everything is as a result of that, I don't want to hear it. But that's the truth. It's not necessarily throwing it in your face. It's telling you that maybe it's time to get some help, because Everything goes back to I had an unloving mother growing up, but you don't want to hear it anymore because you've blocked it out. Well, this is the reason why your relationships are failing. Just what I'm saying. And I believe that's that conversation that you guys have been having. Whatever this person invited you into, Capricorn, you came in and you tried to help. But you can't help a person that doesn't want to be helped. And they've learned how to kind of victimize themselves as a way to disarm the truth, the criticism, and furthermore, I don't have to do the work because I had an unloving mother growing up. And to a Capricorn, well, I had this and I had that, but that didn't stop me from doing you fill in the blank. So that's what's going on here, okay? So they are falling apart, and finally, and then we're gonna take two off the top. What else do we have here, please? Yep, I have secrets that are destructive. If you found out it will hurt you, Taurus had this exact same card. I don't want to necessarily change it to necessarily fix energy, but that is a fixed energy type of thing. But I've already told you that that feels Leo. It feels like a Leo. It doesn't necessarily have to be. I don't feel like you are connecting necessarily with Scorpio and Taurus, but out of the fixed energies, it will probably be Aquarius or Leo. Okay. So that's where we stop there. And then we're going to take off the top. I need to get away from the toxicity and negativity. It is triggering me. Also, I am not ready to take a chance right now. I am sorting through my feelings. And this, I believe, is this is the one. It goes back to I act indifferent, but I'm falling apart. I'm exhausted. All of that are feelings that they're sorting out. So that is 100% the truth. They're not ready to do the work. I wouldn't necessarily say take a chance. They're just not ready to do the work. They don't want to do the work necessary to make this work with you because they realize that they have to confront their own crap. And who wants to do that? It's uncomfortable. Okay. We're going to go in right now. I'm not going to necessarily say who wants to do it, but yeah, who wants to do that? It can be quite uncomfortable. So again, we're revisiting our introspection oracle message, which is what would you take back if you could? So I know that there's been some words exchanged here. There's even been some things, Capricorn, that this individual has done to spite you, just to do some things. And for a small portion of you guys, they came in to try to help you through this. And maybe this is your story instead. Take it as it resonates. Let's go ahead and go in. I don't know how to feel to make you feel better. I had mother. Look at this and look at the first damn card that came out. Healing family issues. I can't even make it up. Thank you, Spirit. So yes, your love life will benefit as you forgive your parents. I had an unloving mother, and that came right out. You saw it. So this individual did not have a mother that was nurturing. They didn't have a mother that was like you, Capricorn. And you are the nurturer. You will bear some water as well. Not necessarily like a water bearer. You do it in a much more realistic standpoint. It's not necessarily based around trying to look a certain way. You do it because you love the person and you try to take care of those you love. So, I'm exhausted by this connection. It is time for me to disconnect. I told you, separate spirit. If you don't start working through me this morning, separation. It's time to disconnect for a while. So you guys are in separation, which was exactly what I said. These cards come out. I tell you, thank you for working through me this morning and using me as a vessel. All right, I feel we shouldn't see each other for a while. I need to recover. Being clarified by past life relationship. You've known each other before. So I think this individual is waking up to the fact that you guys are spiritually linked. This is the spiritual component in this particular energy, Capricorn. So there you go. If you were wondering why you can't disconnect, there was some type of past life thing that you guys had, and you were supposed to come back to each other in this particular life. So if you just met this person or this person has never really left, this is unfortunately why. So now, you know, they're healing, they're trying to recover, they're trying to sort their feelings out. Again, and a lot of these feelings have nothing to do with Capricorn. You're only a small piece of the puzzle. Flirt. Your love is pure, but mine's is superficial. And I played on this. They have a very flirtatious and a lighthearted energy about them, going back to the fact that I think they are Sagittarius, Capricorn, or those mutable energies. And you are pure and nurturing and solid. And they're all over the place. And yes, to some degree, I do see now with the romantic clarifying energy they played on this, because you will be serious about something and they have a way of putting a spin on it, that can kind of take the seriousness out of the situation, because being too serious makes them feel uncomfortable. Okay, I feel I have outgrown you, so I cannot make this work. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and to stay optimistic about your love life. So they do feel overwhelmed. Absolutely. They have not outgrown. Really, what the fear is here, insecurity too. And I won't be surprised if that also comes out in the extended extension caps. But I feel like really what the insecurity is that you've outgrown them. I did feel like this was a projection. Absolutely. They're projecting. Because I feel like you have told them in no uncertain terms that you can't grow. This is a stagnant connection. I know how you guys think. Moving on has not worked. I cannot stop thinking. I cannot stop myself from thinking of you, children. Okay. Somebody has children. This feels like you guys tried to make a family. You tried to make a family, and when they get mad and they get in their feelings, they tell you this isn't going to work. They project it, they twist it, they turn it. Moving on has not worked because somehow children is involved. This is two ways that I see that. Their inner child is being healed. They need to forgive their parents. And in a way, Capricorn, you have parented them. It's very easy to do for a Capricorn. I know it. I feel it. And I walk that truth every day. And sometimes, and I tell you, I have to tell myself, let him figure it out, Marv. Don't do this. Like I'm constantly, because as a nurturer, you automatically want to take the pain away. In Capricorn, some of you guys have done that. And it doesn't work if that person isn't ready. So watch this. For others of you, you did or have played a significant role in their child's life, or vice versa, or this was a projected expectation. And now they're realizing that no one quite takes your place. You bring something into they look at you, simply put, even if you haven't had any type of in contact with their children. I know that that's not true, because Capricorn, that's not how you roll. But I will say, at the very least of that, they look at you as someone who could provide nurturing to their child. They don't want history to repeat itself. Okay. What else, please, Spirit? I act indifferently, but I'm actually falling apart. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. So it makes them feel safe to act like you're not the one. They're falling apart because they know that they should be with you. Period. Period. They know that you make them feel safe. Acting indifferent provides a false sense of security, but you are actually the individual who they are starting to realize they need to be with. They don't want the feeling that you provide to ever go away. I have secrets that are destructive. Of course they do. They do have secrets that are destructive. One of which is, I feel like, they run into the arms of other people. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Two came out. So if you've been looking The secrets could involve another individual. Third party in anything is not necessarily what I'm picking up on, more so where they have these connections with other people. When you're not giving them something, they need that validation. Whose reading was like this? It was Taurus, a little bit like this. And so if you found out it would hurt you, it absolutely would be. And they have been deceptive to you in the past and wore a false self mask in this relationship. We're going to see what comes out for that in the extended. I can't wait to see. I need to get away from the toxicity and negativity. It's triggering me. By release your ex. There is a significant ex, possibly the mother of this child, that has come into their life, and they went through hell with a person. In addition to their unloving mother, they have went out and unfortunately fallen in love with some of the uh, with some of the same characteristics, and find themselves in that unloving mother holding pattern where they love with their eyes and not with their heart. Basically, they're loving with their eyes. They're drawn by what looks good but what's not good. Okay. And this ex is not necessarily the person that they loved, but at the same time, um it's just the person that they've learned the majority of their lessons with. Okay. And with you, it's true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, and that is the reason why they may show hesitance, because they're sorting through what's real, and they have to be allowed the time to do that. I didn't say you had to wait. I'm just saying they're realizing that, and they do look at this as taking a chance because they're not used to a love like this. Okay, they're not used to being loved like this. Wow, Cap, like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. We are rocking and rolling, honeys. We are rocking and rolling. Everything again that you need is below in the description box. I love this one for you. And I am gonna go with moving on. Has not worked. I can't stop myself from thinking of you, and I will go from there. This is going to be extended, so everybody else, I'll see you in the extension. And to everyone outside of that, if I don't see you there, I will see you in the next Capricorn video. Bye, guys.